1 John chapter 4, verse number 12, there's a phrase there that doesn't seem like it fits in the chapter. The chapter's talking about love, and it says, no man hath seen God at any time. But even in verse number 12, as well as later on, but especially in verse number 12, it tells us that if we love the brethren, that the love of God dwelleth in us, and his love is perfected in us. No man hath seen God at any time, but God has given us something that we can see. If you read the chapter carefully, you find out this. You could ask the question, well, what does God look like? Well, God looks like love. Okay, well, what does love look like? Well, love looks like God, and the two are synonymous. And when we think about verse number 12, that no man has seen God, but it's almost as if the verse is saying, but man can see God. Man can see the love of God. Well, how? Well, we love one another. And then it says that the love of God is perfected in us. We have the ability, because of God, to be able to show people what God looks like. I don't know about you, but when I started thinking about the implications of that verse, that is awesome. We have the ability to show people what God looks like. What does God look like? God looks like love. And so what do? We show people God's love. And as we show people God's love, at some point in time, people will recognize and realize, well, that's what love looks like. And then when you understand Scripture a little bit, you can say, well, that's what God looks like. So we have the ability to impress on somebody something very awesome, the love of God. We have the greatest gift, according to John 3:16, the greatest gift is the love of God. And we have the ability to give that love to people, to show the kind of love that God showed to the whole world. Love people, show people what God looks like. What an awesome verse. Read the rest of that chapter, and I think you'll see that point driven home even more. I hope y'all have a wonderful day.